I am Ryan Choi, but you can call me Atom.
Do not waste my time with pleasantries.
Venom is known to affect one's manners. Begin.
Alright, what's going on everybody? Dark Knut here. And look what dropped today. The brand new character to Injustice 2. Atom. Or the Atom. So, this video is just going to be solely on Atom and his abilities, just pretty much everything, his attacks and special moves and super moves, all of that. It's just going to be a review, what I think of him, if I think he's a good character, or powerful, and also at the end, if you want to stick around until the end, I'm going to give a backstory to him, like to the character himself, because there's actually a pretty decent story to him. So if you want, you can stick around to the end, and I'll say the backstory to him. Anyway, these first couple games I've played are pretty just me checking him out, nothing too crazy. His attacks are pretty normal, just basic attacks. Still pretty good though. Yeah, pretty normal, but his ability, the character ability, when you press B, he shrinks down really, really small, because that's obviously his power. He can shrink down really small, and he can also grow too, but save that for a little bit. But yeah, he can shrink down super small like Ant-Man, but this is like the DC's version of Ant-Man. So when you press B, he shrinks down all the way super tiny, and then but his strength increases when he's obviously super small. So it's pretty cool. So yes, like that, I find that pretty cool. And also later in the video you see me, I use that character ability, and if you just keep on double tapping Y, it just like goes crazy and you just obliterate your opponent. Like that was the A button. What I did there was the A button. But when you press Y like 10 times, it like just like destroys them like crazy. I do have footage of that in a little bit. But yeah, his special moves are a blaster, like a gun, which is pretty cool. And when you obviously it's right, left, X, and it just shoots a gun, so that's pretty cool. If you use your ability and what was it called? You use one of your abilities to enhance the move. Ability slots down there. Meter burning, that's what it's called. Okay. When you meter burn the gun attack, when you shoot them, it locks them inside of this Atom device. Like it's really odd, but it's pretty cool. So that was pretty cool. Next move is you can transport. Like when you down left X, you transport. You go, you probably saw in the footage, you go from the left side to the right side, you just transport to the other side of your opponent. It's pretty cool getting away, but I kind of wish that it was a little bit not, like once you teleport, it gives it like a second until you can control it. Like he sits there for a while, like for like a second, and and your opponent attacks right away too, so that's kind of a little bad, but you know, it's like that right there, that's it. Like I just feel like that should be a little faster, but yeah. So the next attack is, you probably saw there where I stomped on the ground, that is down right Y. That right there, that is pretty much where you just boom the ground and your opponent goes down. It's a pretty good move, I think so. It's like a whatever move, but you know, it's not nothing crazy. And that right there, what I did there, is the next move, and that's probably my favorite move. It's the same controls as the gun, right, left, X, but that move was right, left, Y, or left, right, Y, whatever your opponent's facing, and that like just pretty much just launches you and you just attack them a bunch of times. It doesn't do that much damage, but it's a really cool move. I really like how they looked. It just looks really cool. I wish it would do a little more damage, but you know, you can't really complain to do too much. But yeah. So that was that. Oh, and here's the super move right here, guys. This is the super move. That was the super move. Right? That was kind of convenient because I just finished talking about the other move. I think the super move is really cool. As you can see, he has more abilities than shrinking down. He can increase in size. Pretty much the exact same thing with Ant-Man from, if you follow Marvel movies. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I think the super move is really good because it does quite a lot of damage. And there's not that many attacks, and those attacks do a lot. I just like it. It's pretty cool. So, let's see other moves. The other move was where you go down right A, and that throws this like formula on the ground, and if your opponent walks over it, they lose health very little. I'm not a very huge fan of those moves. I mean, I try to make them work, but it's like whatever. Like that right there, that's it. If they walk over it, they lose health, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the moves. But if you, I don't know if I have any footage of any of this soon, but, or at least soon in the video, per se. But, if you go down left A, that throws this fire formula, kind of like a Molotov on the ground, and that pretty much just like destroys them, put them on the ground. It's like once you throw them and the opponent's close to you and you throw it down, they just get hurt and fall to the ground. So that's the only more convenient one. I mean, it's whatever, you know, I would rather use any other attacks, but those are the A ones, and yeah. So yeah, here's the super move again. I really like the super move. I'm a fan of it. Like, yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, that's pretty much his moves. My opinion on the character, I think he's a very good character. I think they did him very, very well. He's a good character. He's pretty good. His attacks and special moves and everything is just really good. Obviously, there's a couple flaws, but you can't be complaining that attacks are fast enough or any stupid stuff like that, you know, it's a good character. I really like him. I would definitely use him. Although I didn't get the fighter pack edition, so I don't have him in levels yet, which you probably noticed. I'm definitely getting him to level 20. I'm definitely gonna, once I purchase him, I'm definitely getting him to max level. Try to get epic gear. I think he's a really good character. I'm a fan of him. I think he's a very well made and just, yeah, pretty good. God, I'm just watching it like, wow. Yeah, I would love, yeah, I'm a fan of this character. I was happy that I got footage of this because this is a really good character. I'm definitely a big fan of this character. So definitely stick around because next I'll be going over his backstory. So definitely stick around for that. So, the backstory to the Atom, or Atom, whatever the hell. Okay, so, the Atom was a superhero, and the original Atom, his name was Raymond Palmer. That's the original Atom. And he is a man who has a PhD in physics, and who he is a In a couple versions, he's owner of a really powerful industry called Palmer Tech, and he uses that to get all of his, well, you know, abilities, and he uses that to build all of his technology that allows him to shrink past, obviously, human size. So while doing that, he just made a discovery, and he decided to start fighting crime. And so that's pretty much it. He PhD in physics, and he owned a company, and yeah. So, but in the newer versions, like comic book versions, what happened was he was studying at, well, not studying. He was the professor at a Ivy League college, and he obviously taught physics. So by day he was doing that, and by night he was a crime fighter of the Atom. And he's been involved in the Justice League and a bunch of different stuff, and he's obviously your normal average hero, stopping crime and different other team stuff. So while he was doing that, he chose an apprentice, and that apprentice, his name is Ryan Choi. So Ryan Choi was Ray Palmer's apprentice, and he was also his student in his class. So after being with him for a while, Ray Palmer decided to reveal that he was the Atom, and Ryan became his, well, guy in the chair, or tech guy, and he just started being around the Atom, and he got familiar with all of the machines and everything like that, while still studying and everything. So while that was happening, everything was fine, and then one day Ryan goes to school and Ray Palmer isn't there, and the teacher is just not there for 5 days. And that's when he realizes, like, no word from him for 5 days, and okay, something's probably wrong. So he starts to look around, and he goes inside of his office, and he discovers something pretty horrific. He finds a message from Ray Palmer that was sent to him, and it says that, and he was giving Ryan the message that he discovered something. He discovered of a place called the Microverse. And the Microverse is a universe that is super small, like think of the quantum realm. If you've ever watched Ant-Man, that's what it was, but even like smaller than that. There's like every single little unit of an atom is an entire world, like kind of like Horton Hears a Who, exactly like that. That's exactly how it was. And there's this entire world of people called the Microverse. So he obviously went in there, and you know, he said that he's been in there a couple times, but he's found a universal threat inside of the Microverse that he needs to stop. But he said that he was in trouble, that his plan failed, and he's stuck inside of the Microverse, and he can't get out. So he told Ryan that, you need to become the Atom now. I'm leaving all my equipment and everything to you, and you're going to be the new Atom. He even asked a couple things. First off, obviously to protect the, stop crime, obviously, protect all of the equipment, and he also told him to help him escape. He told him to try to help me escape, like, if research the Microverse, find out what you can know, and try to save me from this place, because I can't get out. And he also said, what did he say? He said, once you enter the Microverse, someone will come for you, and make sure not to trust him. Don't trust anybody in the Microverse, and then the message just ends. Must have got cut off, I think. So that's where he was, and so obviously Ryan Choi, the person we're playing as right now in Injustice, he is the Atom. Usually it would be Ray Palmer would be the Atom, but obviously I just told you, so his backstory is now since Ryan is the Atom, which gets us to the next part of his backstory, which is pretty recent in the comic books. If you read comic books, they came out with a thing called Panic in the Microverse. So what happened was, obviously there's the Justice League. Oh, by the way, just a side note, this is Injustice. This is not like the regular Justice League universe. This is Injustice, so this is a different universe where Superman becomes evil and takes over the world. This is not the normal superhero DC universe, just if you didn't know. So, the stories for people are obviously going to be a little different in this one, in this game. So we're not looking at this game, we're looking at the actual backstory of the character. So, anyway, so while Ryan's the Atom, you know, still researching, like, every day about this microverse and trying to find out what's happening, he decides just to stop crime and still study, and he's just doing his thing. And then he gets an invitation by Batman saying that he's creating a new Justice League. Like, there's already the Justice League, you know, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, but ever since the Justice League versus Suicide Squad storyline, Batman decided to start up his own Justice League. So he made his own Justice League, and he went to find Ray Palmer to join his Justice League. But he couldn't find him, and obviously it was Ryan, and he was going to leave, but Ryan said, no, I'll join. I'm in his shoes. I can do it, and told him what happened. So he said, okay, fine, you can come, and he came. So now Ryan is in a Justice League. So while the Justice League is doing... Oh, the Justice League members include, obviously, Batman, Atom. It includes Black Canary, Lobo, which is a alien missionary, if you didn't know. And obviously Black Canary, you should probably know if you play Injustice. Vixen. And, let's see. Man, let me think. Oh, the Ray. He has, like, flame powers, kind of like Human Torch if you watch Fantastic Four. And man, I feel like there was and Killer Frost. So that was the new Justice League. So while that Justice League is going, and Ryan's a part of that, he's still, you know, studying, and he finds out a signal coming from Ray Palmer's old belt. Is the belt that would shrink him down size, or grow him in size. And he built and with the help of the League, they built this entire little machine that would help them all go, like, shrink in size greatly. So they, with days of research, they finally did, and they shrunk all down. The entire League went down there, and they shrunk all the way down, and then they entered it. The microverse. So they entered the microverse, and they meet a guy, and he says, and they say, obviously, like, we're looking for Ray Palmer, and he said, okay, I know where he is, I can help you. And then they go to this world, and this world filled with, like, weird-looking aliens, and I think it was like a cell, like you know how it's like super small. So they go to this world, and then there's these poor families everywhere that are hungry and dying. And while all that's happening, there's this god of the planet or the world that they were on. The specific world they were on had a god. So they went to find the god and tried asking him for help, but ultimately it didn't work. So they kept on looking, and they ended up, they just searched the microverse, and they searched this one world, and they ended up fighting Ray Palmer. But soon to find out, the man that they were with, the one that introduced them into the microverse, that man was a bad man. Sorry, my mic went off for a second. That guy that they were in, he's really bad. He was the one who locked Ray Palmer inside of the microverse in the first place. So that's pretty bad. And yeah, so they ended up stopping him, and they went to Ray Palmer and they started talking, and we found out that Ray Palmer had gained a lot of allies and friendship, and I think he actually liked the microverse and he decided to stay. And he also found a love interest in there too, so he decided to stay in the microverse with his love and a couple other people, and he says that the people in the microverse need him, and so he just decided to stay. He told Ryan, "You're the Atom now, just continue doing what I'm doing." So that happened, and they just left. And yeah, so that's pretty much the story. That's the backstory to Ryan Choi, aka the Atom. And he also had Ryan Choi, the Atom, has a love interest with Killer Frost in there, so that was a couple things in there. But yeah, that's pretty much, I think that's it. That's the backstory to him, and I'm not too sure how it is in Injustice since it's a different story. I'm just telling you the actual story. But I just saw that Ray Palmer was missing and Ryan Choi is the new one, so that just thought of the story, and I thought it'd be a good idea to kind of tell you the story so you would have a better understanding on, you know, if you don't know who the Atom was and you would think that, oh, Ryan Choi's the Atom. No, he's not the Atom. Ray Palmer is the Atom, but he's just his replacement because he's gone in the microverse. So yeah, I don't know, I think that's it. That was it. New character drop today, and so pretty eventful. And yeah, all right. I think that's it. I'll let this play off for just a little bit. I hope you guys have a good day. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think of the Atom, if he's good or not. And also let me know if you want me to do character reviews on other characters. I can definitely do those. I like doing these videos. So if you want me to do other characters in this game, not like, because these characters are just Fighter Pack 3 characters. If you want me to start doing like the old Fighter Pack 2 and Fighter Pack 1 character reviews, or even all of the characters have character reviews, I can do that. Like, I like doing these. And if you guys like them too, I can do them. So, the next one coming out is Enchantress, so I'll do my character review on that. And then after that is obviously something people are very hyped for. They're adding the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles into this game, so I'm definitely going to be posting some of that. I honestly don't know what to expect. Some people are saying it's going to be trash. Some people say that they're super hyped for it. I don't know. I'm like in the middle, like I don't even know, you know? So I guess we'll figure that out when that comes. But anyway, if you want me to do more character reviews on like past characters like Red Hood or Darkseid, what are the ones? Starfire, what was it? Oh, Hellboy? Anything like that. If you need me or want me to do character reviews on that, I can. So yeah, let me know what you guys want. I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you all soon. Peace.